Welcome back to another episode of Handsome and Stinky.
All
Stinky,
right.
how you doing?
Is that because I smell? I'm starting to get the feeling that I'm stinky.
Yes.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was you looking at me and saying, "What's up, stinky?" or the fact that I'm actually stinky.
I think you're just actually stinky.
Great. Well, good thing you can't smell it because that's an insecurity.
You know, you ever like watch a video on YouTube or something and it's so gross that you feel like you can smell it through the phone?
Elaborate. Like, I know what you're saying, but I want to hear what caused you to think that. What in your brain?
I forgot what it was. Like, it happened the other day. I was like watching a YouTube video or something and it was just disgusting and I thought I was like, oh.
You sure it was YouTube?
I could just smell that through the phone. Maybe I'd like ripped a massive
You sure it was
before.
YouTube? You sure it wasn't?
I'm pretty sure I just sharded before I saw it.
It was an orange and black background.
Orange and black background. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, sorry. I was late to coming to shoot.
They don't know that. I'm
talking-
posting
I'm
it on YouTube.
I'm talking to you.
All right.
I'm heading out, and my neighbor's like, "Hey, can you help me move something real quick?" And the macho ego of myself was like, "I can move anything."
Yeah.
And then it was a dresser, and we took it upstairs all the way down to his like little trailer in the front. And I was like, "God, this is heavy as shit."
What actually happened was his neighbor clogged the toilet, or he clogged the toilet. And
I clogged my neighbor's toilet.
Yeah, he clogged his neighbor's toilet, and he had to shovel it out.
Yeah, I had to clean it, and the whole time he was bitching. He was like, "How did you get in my house?" Like, I was like, "Relax, I'm cleaning it."
Why is my daughter tied up in the shower? Anyways.
All right, you know what?
And so it begins. My downfall.
What a week. What a week. WandaVision, crazy.
Dude,
Like,
there's so much hype surrounding it now. Like, the first couple episodes, I'll say this till I die. Like, be patient and pay close attention.
well,
First two episodes, there wasn't that much hype, but now that, like,
now that
we're
everyone's
peeling
getting
down
into
the
it,
wallpaper and everyone's getting into it, it's like, there's so much fucking hype surrounding it.
oh, it's to the point now where after episode 5, it's now, like, statistically the most watched TV show in the world.
Yeah, it's
which is pretty crazy.
The hype is, like, on Mandalorian levels now.
Yeah.
I'd say so, honestly.
Not season 2, because, everyone was freaking out about season 2 Mandalorian.
That's true. But I think... So, Marvel and Star Wars is so similar in so many ways. Like, so for The Mandalorian, everyone was wondering, like, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, like, really understand, like, Legends and stuff like that. So what are they going to bring from Legends into the show? And WandaVision is, like, they understand the comics so well, so what are they going to bring from the comics into the show?
You know what we should do?
It's awesome.
Or you know what
this
they
is why
should
I'm a nerd. I love this.
They should take Kevin Feige, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni, and just put them in a room and be
Oh
like,
my God.
make something.
Just do a crossover.
Just
Holy
on
shit.
everything. If they're just literally everything, like the Cabbage Patch Kids show up.
Oh my God.
I feel like they'd make a crossover with like the most ridiculous things work.
We get fucking
And it would make sense, and it would be great. And
Maria Calrissian fighting Emperor Palpatine alongside Scarlet Witch.
I'm talking not only like Marvel Star Wars. I'm talking literally
everything. Like on like Ready Player One levels.
Just like an overload.
Mm-hmm.
We got Indiana Jones fighting the Sour Patch Kids.
Right. Oh my God.
Anyways, episode 6. We got to get into it. I want to start off by saying, like, I called him right after. I almost cried, and he was like he was trying to figure out like what in the episode. He was like, "What made you cry? Was it like all the big stuff?" And I was like, "No, Malcolm in the Middle is my favorite comedy. Like growing up, I watched that every morning. I rewatched it. That's like my Office. Like I would.
Yeah.
I've seen every episode at least 10 times.
I've never actually seen that show.
We'll sit down and watch it. Like
it's
so funny. It really helped made Bryan Cranston's career.
Oh, he was in it. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing that I love, I forget who said it. I was like watching somebody's live stream and they said this, but the thing I love about WandaVision is like everyone's like, holy crap, this is so good. I gotta like go back and rewatch these shows and see how like accurate this is.
Please watch Malcolm in the Middle.
Exactly. Like everyone's like going back and watching these classic TV shows that are loved by so many and like just understanding
if they
just like how awesome like it's amazing.
They watch it enough, I can get my reboot that I've been waiting for.
The thing that's so amazing about Star Wars and especially Marvel right now is they're literally like they're reshaping culture.
Oh, mm-hmm.
They're getting people to go back and look at these things, and like life was so simple back then. I was watching, what was that movie with what's his face? No, all right.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. What movie was that where he goes, you know what I love about high school chicks? I keep getting older and they stay the same age. What movie was that called?
I don't remember.
God, I forget. But I was like rewatching that and I was like, God, I wish I grew up in this time. And my dad was like, I did. And I was like, yeah, I'm jealous of you, bastard.
What I like is, well, you know, everything in most media today is getting a sequel or reboot or something as is. But the thing is with that, no one, with those types of makes in Hollywood, no one goes back and watches the original one. You know what I'm saying? These, like you were saying, these make you want to appreciate and go back.
Exactly. It's not a remake. It's just something referencing that.
Yeah, it's an appreciation towards
exactly. It's just a love for that kind of stuff that makes you want to go back and appreciate it more.
Go, please watch Malcolm in the Middle. If we watch it enough, I can get my spin-off or reboot or whatever. I just need more content.
Starring Ryan Dalton.
Yeah, I'll be Jamie. You don't get that.
I don't know the character, so.
Okay. So getting into it, we. You know, after the intro, we see Speed and Wiccan. Wiccan.
With an N.
Yep. Wiccan.
Back to the mispronouncing thing.
They're, you know, we see them using their powers just like normal. You know what I'm saying? They're like, they're trying to prank Uncle Pietro or something, because then he goes and scares them, and it's funny to see how, as it progresses, and you saw it in the previous episode 5, how they're more comfortable with using their powers. Mm-hmm. Like, literally Wanda used it in front of Agnes.
Right. Yeah, they're starting to kind of peel back, but also, like, so we now know that Wanda is controlling everything, whether she is in complete control of herself or not. That remains to be unanswered yet. But we know that she's controlling everything, so that's why Agnes isn't like completely freaked out when the twins magically go from babies to 5-year-olds and then from 5-year-olds to 10-year-olds.
Right.
So like and like you said later on in the episode, Speed is just fucking running around and nobody's like even batting an eye.
Right. Pumpkins are smashing and
exactly. So like yeah, also Herb was saying things before they happened.
Right.
Like he was reading off a script. So obviously Wanda is in complete control, so if like people are gonna freak out about the twins running around and using their powers, she's gonna be like, okay, don't freak out, this is normal.
Yeah. So. I think it's really interesting, and a lot of people are saying, well, they've been saying this for everyone that's suspicious, and that potentially Quicksilver could be Mephisto. I don't think that, and I just say that because how are you finally? This is like a perfect opportunity and a perfect way to cross the gap between the Fox's X-Men verse and the MCU.
Yeah, and
why would you? Yeah, you wouldn't, because then you create like another situation. Okay, so how are we really gonna bring it back then?
So basically, like you're not gonna take the golden egg and make scrambled eggs out of that. Basically, you know.
Shakespeare's got nothing.
He's got nothing. I've been reading Shakespeare my entire life.
Stupid Shakespeare can't even be alive.
Dude, you know what's funny? I have like really bad dyslexia, but I can always read Shakespeare.
Shakespeare's
like super complex.
Kind of like Percy Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. I see everything.
Another opportunity.
Yeah.
You're Percy Jackson.
Oh, I could play Percy Jackson. There you go. Those movies sucked anyways.
You're too tall. Those movies did not suck.
They didn't suck. They were really amazing when I was younger, but I went back and rewatched them recently, and I was like, ugh. I can't believe I like these. They're entertaining.
It was great casting. That's what stinks, because I know I think Disney Plus is rebooting it.
Give me a call.
No, you're too tall for it. You're done.
I'm not too tall.
Yeah,
I'm too tall to play a lot of characters.
You can be what are they called? The Minotaur. No.
Minotaur. Yeah.
Isn't that the horse or is that the bull?
No, the Minotaur is the dude with the goat legs. I think. Wait, am I right? No, I'm definitely wrong about that.
He can be horseman dude thing.
Horseman dude. I gotta grow up my hair a little longer though.
Oh, majestic in the wind and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's really interesting how Quicksilver is like. So how did you do all this? Like he knows.
Like he knows.
Well, because the thing is, like Wanda didn't create him and bring him in because she was genuinely shocked. And then again, like no one's supposed to really be out of character, and that was kind of an out of character thing to do. Be like, yo, so how did you do this?
Right.
He's kind of just like doing his own thing, which really is. Saying he has a more significant role. He's someone else. Like he's Quicksilver. He's Pietro. But he's brought in by someone else, and I really am sticking to the Doctor Strange thing.
Okay. 10-second theory time. Ready? Hang on.
I'm not counting to 10.
Last time, I said that he was sent in there to get everybody and get them out. Right.
Right.
What if Professor X has full control of his mind while he's in there, and he's enabling him to think freely, and he's just trying to get information from Wanda?
You think?
So that's
a pretty clever idea.
He's buttering her up, trying to get her comfortable telling him this stuff, so he can go back and report to Professor X what the hell is going on.
That makes more sense because Professor X is more caring with just more people in general. Like Doctor Strange is more like, okay, get in and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
right.
If this was Doctor Strange doing all this, he'd be in get in, get out. Where Professor X is like,
stop this at whatever cost. But Professor X would be more cautious. He'd be like, go in and find out what's going on so we can deal with this appropriately.
Right. And when Wanda just like blasted at him at the end,
yeah,
that was so fun. He kind of.
That was the dickiest thing to say, but but here's the thing.
Kind of asked for it.
Pietro wouldn't have said that. Peter Maximoff would have.
Yeah.
So I think that is Peter Maximoff. That was his name in the Xmen movies. I think that's Peter Maximoff.
That is really Peter Maximoff.
Yeah, posing as Pietro to try to butter up Wanda and get some information out of her.
Right. And I think when he came into this timeline, he was merged with Aaron Taylor Johnson's mind as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He was like, I got shot and I woke up and I'm here.
That's what I'm saying. What if that's not the case at all? What if Professor X just told him all that, so he can like get close to Wanda and gain her trust?
You think he's gonna memorize everything?
Well, but here's the thing.
Details. Remember when she was trying to test him?
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was getting to. So two things. Professor X can read Wanda's mind. He can look at all of her memories. He's done it before in the movies, and also, Pietro got stuff wrong when she was testing him. She was like, that's not exactly how I remember that. Or like she asked him something and he just like didn't give her an answer. He was like, are you testing me? And he didn't answer. So he's getting stuff wrong about their past because he can't remember all that.
That is a good point.
So I don't know, we'll see.
God, that was crazy with I wanted to say I told you so.
What?
I called it. You can go back and watch the recording. Remember when I was like, I think Vision's putting a front up and gonna act like everything's fine, but then he's gonna go.
Yeah, that's true. He did do
PI
that
in the background, and that's exactly what happened.
You did prove me wrong, but I was also right about something. I said, what happens when he tries to leave the hex? He started getting pulled apart and he was dying.
Oh, I knew that.
So,
or I didn't know that, but like I didn't disagree with you on that one. I thought that was right. My friend brought up the commercial.
Yeah.
Too, because that's very like now, especially with we're focusing on like the main plot and stuff. Not a lot of people are really looking at the commercials as much more. I think what's interesting is this one is probably the most subliminal, most significant one.
Yeah, it was like very
It was very 90s. It was like the Rad Shark. What was it? Magic Go?
Something like that.
It was something with magic in it, and I thought it was interesting because it was like the person on the island is dying because he can't get into the magic, which is, I think that alludes to Vision, which without the magic he dies. Yeah, he dies. So that's kind of showing you Vision really can't leave, and that's what happens obviously later in the episode when he tries to pull himself out.
Yeah, I was actually I saw like a thumbnail of a YouTube video that said like does each commercial represent an Infinity Stone? And I was like, I don't think that's the case, but I do want to look more into the commercials and try to find like the hidden message in all of them.
Right.
Because I I mean, I hate to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at finding the hidden message and crap like that. So,
but I think
go back and try to do that.
I think that was a really cool commercial because I sat there and I was like, what does that mean? But it was like he was trying to get the magic and he.
See, I didn't get that either, but you know, you were right.
What else? What do you think Hayward's getting up to? Because he switched, like, well, he just became a prick in this episode.
He didn't switch. We just didn't see this side of him before because I think his intentions are good. I just think that he is wrong about Wanda. He thinks that she's like a terrorist and he thinks that she's like intentionally hurting these people. So he just wants to like get rid of her and get these people to safety as soon as possible.
Right.
The only reason he seems like an antagonist is because you know our heroes are like the main three characters outside of the Hex. They're trying to reason with Wanda and try to actually figure out what's going on, while Hayward's just like, you know, fingers on the trigger, boys. We're gonna end this thing right now.
Like because he probably during the snap, you know, which sword was majority of sword was still there. I guess because I don't think he snapped. I think he was still doing his thing. Yep. So I think now that everyone's back and that he has like double the audience, he's like, oh, I can prove that sword.
I'm gonna show these guys that I'm an authority figure.
I'm the Nick Fury now.
Right.
I would love to see Hayward just like being like this, and then Nick Fury comes down and just like, motherfucker.
Bitch, what are you doing in my chair? You know what's funny though?
What?
Hayward looks more like Nick Fury from the comics than Samuel Jackson does.
Right. Yeah, he does. Get him the little white stripes on the sides. Right. Give him an eye patch and the smoker's voice.
Yep.
What else? What that was so scary. I was like about Wanda expanding the Hex.
That just goes to show what I was saying a couple weeks ago was if she wanted to, she could literally control the entire damn world. But she didn't. She only wanted to get that small town because she just wanted to be happy with her family.
And what you were saying is what you were saying is the same thing Maria was saying. Mm-hmm. As a Wanda, like it's all Wanda and stuff, but she's doing this because technically she's saving people because it could be much worse.
Well, she's not exactly saving people,
well, you know
but
it
could be a lot worse. Yeah.
Like she's like trying to hold it back.
Mm-hmm.
And look, she only expanded probably less than an acre, you know what I mean? And look how much damage she did. She took half of Sword's equipment and I
was about to say probably just about like 300 yards. Not even that much.
Mm-hmm. So. And even with that, like, and what'd you think about her turning all the Sword agents into clowns?
That was funny. I think I was like, is there like a deeper meaning to that? But I was like, no, it's pretty on the nose. They're just clowns for trying to get her out of there.
What I wonder is, think about it, if Wanda's controlling everything and knows everything and basically has eyes everywhere, you know what I'm saying? How come she didn't know where Vision was?
And because she can't control Vision. And she can't see through the eyes of the other people. She can just control their mind.
You think she can't control him because he's a robot or because he had part of the Mind Stone in her and it kind of cancels out? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she wants to control him. I've been trying to think of that. Like, why can't she control Vision like she does everyone else? What do you mean?
With
the rewind thing?
With the rewinds.
But I think that was just
wasn't really
rewinding
controlling
the
him.
whole thing.
Right. She was controlling the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. She wasn't controlling him, she was just controlling the situation. But so like while Wanda can't see what other people can see, Wiccan can. As we saw in that episode, because he saw what the Sword agents were seeing.
Yeah.
They saw him dying, so
not what I don't get is actually what I don't get is obviously it was a pressure situation, so there's no time to really think about it. Mm-hmm. But why didn't she get Speed or obviously not Quicksilver because he was too busy, getting the shit rocked out of him by his sister.
Yeah.
Why didn't like she get Speed to go run over there and catch him? Oh, but he was outside the.
I was about to say
yeah.
first of all, he was outside the hex, but like I was waiting for that too. I was like, it'd be so dope to just see Wiccan and Speed go like fuck up all those sword agents.
Right.
I thought that would have been pretty
Can
cool,
they leave? Like, are they? Because they were made in the hex, so is like, if they leave, will they die too?
So, I don't. No, I don't think so, because Wanda and Vision weren't made in the hex. Or wait a minute.
But they were.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Well, because there was accelerated. A birth. It was an accelerated birth, and they're like obviously they were accelerated age, so they were. And then they obviously it could have been just a joke and just something to make us laugh and not really think about, but they were doing it in like the second episode in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, so here's another 10-second theory. When Monica was brought out of the hex, they said that her DNA had changed.
Okay.
Right? What if Wanda is making mutants inside of the hex? So it's like a reverse House of M thing. And because they were born in the hex, they got their powers immediately. Well, and they could start using them. But the people that were brought into the hex, their DNA is changing, so they're becoming mutants, but it's going to be a lot slower because they've been human their whole life.
That's interesting. Like...
Because I don't think they would just throw in a line saying that her DNA is changing without that meaning something. And
right.
She does become a superhero, too.
Well, changing her... Because what I'm thinking is, because she is a superhero in the comics, so it could be explained for her origin story. Because what I'm thinking is, it's she changed because she went in and out without without it being clean, without Wanda's kind of will. But what if the other people, when they get out, if they get rescued, it's like it's normal to them because they didn't really escape. You know what I'm saying? I
think it's just
I don't even know what I just said there, but
no, I get what you're trying to say, but like I feel like regardless of how you get in there or how you get out, if you spend time in the hex, you're gonna start developing powers. Your DNA is gonna start changing.
So do you
whether you get powers or not, your DNA is gonna start changing.
So do you think this is gonna expand mutants?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think all the people in there are gonna become mutants.
Okay, because I was thinking what you were saying at first, and I thought you meant like everyone in there, somewhere in there is a Wolverine. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I thought that's what you were saying.
No, I don't think this is how all the mutants are created, but I do think that this is how we're gonna get some of them. Mm-hmm. Like Wiccan and Speed, Agatha Harkness maybe. I want to see Darcy get some powers, but
speaking of Darcy,
Maria getting powers,
someone I read something and I thought it was actually pretty funny. Because the next episode, because this was 90s, early 2000s, I think we're either going to get 2000s in general or 2010s. I think we're going to get 2010s. Besides the point, you think we're going to see Darcy as Two Broke Girls?
What is that?
That was the show she was in before all the Marvel shows.
Oh, yeah. I saw...
People were like, yo...
Yeah, I saw something on YouTube, but I didn't know what it meant, so that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be a nice nod.
It would be.
By the way, big balls on Jimmy Woo. Because I was really appreciative of that, because what the funny characters, usually they deem them weak.
Yeah, they're just like the background dude that's just
there for the entertainment.
Cheerful.
He's the jester.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I really don't want him to be like that because he's an FBI agent.
Yeah, he's got to have some moves in there.
So when he just immediately
just deck that dude,
him and Maria just like kind of like mentally clicked, and we're like, all right, let's fuck these guys up. I appreciated that. I like that dynamic duo right there.
The three of them, their chemistry is awesome.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
That's what I'm saying. If they do make kind of like an X-Files parody with the three of them, that's perfect. That's we got the hacker, we got the muscle, which is Maria, and then we got the comic relief, which is Jimmy.
The dude that can basically sneak in anywhere.
Right, because he's got a baseball cap and sunglasses.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that.
Who did you think... Obviously, I said this in the last episode, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm so mad that the episode cut off before we got to it, but Jimmy and Maria are now on their way to go see her friend,
We'll just make up a name for him. Let's just call him like Reed.
Like yeah.
Yeah, we'll just say Reed.
Reed Richards or something. I don't know, but he's kind of like the savior. He's kind of Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but I swear, that's gonna be such a mind effort. Like that, like they introduced X-Men and the Fantastic Four in this.
In WandaVision of all things.
And yeah, that's the least anyone would expect. You would expect that out of Loki, if anything,
Or like an Avengers movie or something.
Well, they made it sound like we weren't gonna be seeing. Now that when they got them, they were like, "Yo, you're not gonna be seeing them for a while."
Wait, what do you mean?
When they got the rights to Fantastic Four and X-Men, Kevin Feige made it, and he probably did it just to undermine people.
To throw us off the scent. That's what I was
right
about to say. Yeah.
And he said we're not going to see them for a while.
I mean, he said we're not going to see the X-Men for a while, but we literally have Quicksilver. I mean,
yeah.
Evan Peters is already, like, in this thing. Like, what do you mean we're not going to get this for a while? It's happening right now.
It's God. And to see him as
they
John
already
Krasinski.
Cast, huh?
I would love to see him be played by John Krasinski.
Oh yeah, Reed Richards. Yep. They already casted a new Wolverine.
Okay.
I know who it is, but I can't say it. That's kind of how this works. If I know who the person is that was cast but don't know the character, I can say the person. But if I know both, I can only say the character. So yeah, Wolverine was cast already.
Don't obviously you can't. But what do you think about it?
It's a great casting choice. If not Hugh Jackman, then this person will do the character justice, I think.
Older, younger?
Younger. A lot younger.
Okay.
I've seen him in some things. If I say what I've seen him in, it'll give it away immediately.
Someone threw this, obviously don't make a comment on it, because you don't want to get everything in trouble, but someone made a comment on the guy from Sons of Anarchy and King Arthur. I thought he would have been a nice Wolverine recast.
Who, you know his name?
I'll look it up right now.
But the things that I've seen him in, like, he doesn't. The shows that I've seen him in, like, the part of him that could play Wolverine.
Charlie Hunt.
Let me see.
Hunan.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, it's not him though.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, it's not him.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Who could I see?
No, nothing.
Dude,
you can't say anything.
I think another casting choice that's gonna go down in the history of perfect casting is Kit Harington as not Moon Knight, Black Knight.
Yeah, why do you say that?
He's just perfect for the role.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, is it Black Knight? Yeah, it is. But yeah, I think he's perfect casting for that.
I was thinking about this too, because I was like, this is another, like when Vision went away, it was another section of town. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was far.
Yeah.
So, why was Agnes? I feel like Agnes purposely was there to throw him in the direction of go through that field right.
Just kind of like toy with Vision.
I feel like she, because why would she be on the other side of town then with all the, background characters if she's a main star and not to mention a neighbor. She was literally in the intro digging in their fridge and stuff.
Right. So what if?
Why the hell would the person across town? I'm scrubbing some milk, yeah.
Yeah. So what if? You're absolutely right about that, and Mephisto or Nightmare, whoever's in charge of this, was like, go over there and get Vision out of here. We need to get rid of him to get to Wanda.
Right, because I feel like Vision's the only thing stopping them from taking control of Wanda's abilities.
Exactly. And I think the show has been pushing towards Wanda and Vision having these kids. So I think...
Maybe Nightmare and Mephisto are Speed and Wiccan.
No. So
dun, dun, dun.
I think they're trying... Because kids are easily manipulated, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to get Vision out of there so Mephisto, whoever's in charge here, is trying to get to the twins and manipulate them to be on his side.
Okay.
Kind of like how Ultron did to
Wanda and Quicksilver.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Tell.
I
think we're gonna get a lot in this episode too.
What do you think is gonna happen to Vision in the next one? Now that he's back and he's safe, do you think she's gonna, because she, that kind of effed a lot of things up for her, you think she's gonna punish him, either like take away his memory again or something as is, or is she gonna come clean and be like,
I think the relationship between Wanda and Vision from here on out will be super passive aggressive.
Like a couple almost getting a divorce.
Basically, yeah, exactly. Just like kind of giving each other the cold shoulder. Ugh.
I wonder how that's gonna work.
I don't know, honestly, but like the little snippet that we got, like
that's actually what I was
probably a case of the Mondays, and she looks tired and worn out. It's probably going through some shit with her relationship.
Yeah, well, with the new promo, it's like her. I feel like it's gonna be like a Modern Family-esque kind of thing.
Right.
But in the promo for it, like she's alone in the house. Usually, if she's in the house, like everyone's together.
The kids are running around. Maybe
she was alone. Maybe he takes the kids and like moves. Across
so you
town
think he takes the kids? I was gonna say he left and Uncle Pietro was like watching them or something and took them to the park
or something like that.
I don't know, but we'll see.
But yeah, and then I feel like this is, what is this, episode 7? And the last 3 episodes have been confirmed to be an hour long each.
And they everyone that has done interviews have said 7, 8, and 9 is where shit gets crazy.
I think 7 is gonna be the last episode of the decade shift.
You know what's funny?
I think actually it's gonna be half of the episode. It's only gonna be half, and then like shit gets real.
Because each episode is like it's a sitcom, but then you get more of the shit gets real part. Like every episode is more and more of that. So yeah, you're probably right on track. But you know what's funny with this show? Every single episode that's about to come out, we're always like, I feel like this episode's going to be a turning point. I feel like this episode's going to be a turning point, and like every single episode is a turning point, but
it's not like the big one.
But yeah, it's not the big one. So
obviously these last 3 is going to have the big one, and I think either we're going to get a portion of it or we're going to get a tease of it. But I feel like episode 7 is going to conclude the decade shifts.
We'll see. I don't.
Because
see, that's the thing. I don't know if they want to stick with like.
Well, because what was the 80 like they did like a Full House kind of parody and stuff like that, and Full House is like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could say they covered the 90s. Malcolm in the Middle is literally the first episode came out in 2000.
Right.
So it's the 2000s. So I feel like this will be the 2010s, and it's going to be the last decade shift.
What show do you think they'll do?
I think Modern Family. I think it's going to be Modern Family. She's
that's right.
When she's sitting talking to the camera, that's like when they do those little side interviews on Modern Family.
Right. I was gonna say it'd be such a wasted opportunity if they don't do Wizards of Waverly Place.
No, that would be funny.
I love that show. That would be hilarious.
And they totally could because Disney.
Yeah, exactly.
What else? So, predictions on more cameos, because there's so much potential.
I mean, at this point, who could it not be?
That is true.
Like, it could be anybody.
Doctor Strange. I feel Doctor Strange is a definite. I feel like Mr. Fantastic is at a 70% chance.
He just makes the most sense. We'll just put it that way.
He makes the most sense, and he's also, like, a fan favorite.
Doom, yeah, that's true. Doom, Professor X, those are both possibilities. I'd say those are less likely than.
What do you think's going on? Like, because this takes place almost immediately after Endgame.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Is a couple weeks after Endgame. So what do you think's going on with all the other characters? Where's Falcon, Winter Soldier? Where's Hulk? All the heroes left on Earth. Where's Spider-Man? Like, where are they, like, doing? They're looking at this, and it's great. Do even people outside the Hex besides Sword know? Is this kind of like an Area 51? They're keeping it contained?
I think that's the case. So, Peter, Spider-Man, he's in school right now. I
can't save my friends. I'm in school. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he also doesn't know about this. So,
right.
Peter, Far From Home happens a few months after WandaVision.
Okay.
So we know that Peter's in school right now. He's like getting ready to go on his trip and all that stuff. So that's where he is.
Wait, you think it? Oh, you're right. Because it's Endgame, WandaVision, Far From Home.
Far From Home, yep. And we don't know when Falcon and Winter Soldier takes place yet, but I think they are, from the looks of the trailer, I think they're going back to doing like special op missions and stuff with like the military, hunting down Zemo.
Yeah.
So I think that's where they are right now. Marvel doesn't just not include other heroes because they don't have to or because they can't afford it. So like every yeah, exactly. Everybody's out doing their own thing.
Especially with what's going on right now in WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally Xmen, potentially Doctor Strange, potentially Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I agree. Yeah, they definitely. It's not that they can't afford it or. Yeah.
Yeah. So. She said that the cameo is like on a Luke Skywalker appearing in the Mandalorian level.
Like, he's our savior. Everything's gonna be okay.
Exactly. So here's the real question: who is gonna get the next hallway scene? That's what we got to be thinking about.
Yeah, honestly.
Dr. Doom. What if everybody... Okay, this is not going to happen. This is just my own mind making up crazy scenarios.
Well, yeah, what if Dr. Doom pulls a Mysterio and pretends to be the good guy?
No, so what if everybody inside the Hex becomes a mutant, like I just said, with like all these crazy powers and stuff, and Dr. Doom just comes in and fucks all of them up?
Just kills them?
Just kills every single one of them, except like the main characters that we know from the comics.
Right. Takes the kids.
It's never going to happen, but I think that like that'd be insane.
A hallway scene.
I say insane too much. Yeah, it'll be the hallway scene. They're all lined up for him.
Jesus. It'll be like a hallway scene. It'll be like the Revenge of the Master Skywalker.
Exactly. It's beyond the hallway. He's taking the whole temple.
Victor Von Doom. Wanda's going crazy. What do we do? You don't have the rights to a lightsaber.
What are you talking about? I got two of them right here.
So yeah. Anything else you want to add before we transition?
I don't know. Everything we have right now is pure speculation because obviously we haven't seen it yet. Nobody, like even the people that saw the show beforehand, they only saw the first 3 episodes. So we're literally in uncharted waters right now. We have no idea what's gonna happen next.
I'm just trying to think. Do you think we'll even get to see Maria and Jimmy in the next episode, or do you think they won't come back until the 8th or 9th?
No, we'll definitely see them. They're like, I don't think those characters can play such a huge role in the past couple of episodes, and then we just not see them for a whole episode.
Yeah.
Because like, what is gonna happen within the sitcom that holds enough substance for an entire episode that doesn't involve them? You know.
Right. Final words. I'm gonna go back to what you said about Hayward. He totally could just be a MacGuffin. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on with him? He's like, he gets people off the attention of what's going on. You know, like, why is he hiding? Why is he being sus? And it literally could just be what you said is he just wants.
He just thinks he's doing the right thing. I really don't think it goes any deeper than that. But yeah, you're right. I think Marvel
he's Mephisto. Dum, dum, dum.
I think the director, I forget his name, or the writers, I think they like intentionally wanted us to focus on that to keep our minds off of something else. But I think it's really just that. I think he thinks his intentions are good. So yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna transition over to my playing field. On Valentine's Day, didn't get chocolates, didn't get roses, didn't get a nice romantic dinner and kiss. Instead, I got something way better because I'm alone and I'm a loser. And that was the Snyder Cut trailer.
Snyder.
Snyder, stop! Just all right. I got a speech impediment. Just
it
leave me
looks
alone.
dope. I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Where do we even start? It looks insane. It really, like, Josh Whedon, yeah, you know, everyone shits on him for Justice League, and it's only because it was so terrible.
Yeah,
it was.
Explain
he's not a bad director. He just made a shit movie. It happens. Rian Johnson made The Last Jedi, and Knives Out was pretty good.
So here's what happened with Joss Whedon. he was handed a puzzle that wasn't completed yet, and instead of trying to figure out where the rest of the pieces went, he just drew them himself.
Yeah,
he left them out of the puzzle.
Yeah, he was trying to make something new.
Right, exactly.
And it was unnecessary because Zach's vision was pretty good.
We're about to see.
From what he's leaked and what he's told the audience, before we knew there was going to be a cut.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, and we see it in the trailer. I like how it starts off with a callback to Batman v Superman, because Batman v Superman came out 6 years ago. No, would it be?
I thought it was 2016.
Yeah, 16.
It came out
5 years ago.
No, it was 16. It came out the same year as Civil War.
Yeah, and so a lot of people have most likely kind of mentally forgotten about Batman v Superman.
Only movie I've ever fallen asleep watching.
That's
to this day.
That's horrible. You are a sick person.
Sorry, dude.
And it calls back to him getting stabbed by Doomsday, and he's letting out those belts. Because we all know Superman, his abilities, one of them is frost breath. So that means he just has great lungs.
Yeah.
Smoker. To introduce frost breath, without it looking goofy, to show that he has that power to a sonic just screech.
Well, he did it in Justice League.
Yeah, but it looked goofy.
Yeah, that's true. Just like a sonic screech and everything freezes over.
And that's why we get one of the reasons why we get Black Cape Superman 2 is the blue suit's destroyed.
Right.
It has a cut in it. He just doesn't come back. While he's having a shirtless scene on the farm, his mom's sewing his blue one back together. Shit, we're trying to get this.
Do you think? So what you're saying is we're probably gonna get the black suit for the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm fine.
I honestly, I wouldn't complain about that. They've gotten plenty of red and blue suit Superman toys. Let's make some black suit Superman toys.
Well, the thing is, I don't even know where it's going to transition to because, as I was saying, this is a 4-hour movie, and so my question is it going to be? Because his whole vision was, he original plan before everything tragically happened with him.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be a Justice League 1 and a Justice League 2.
Yep.
But I'm wondering, are they still going to go with that? Is this going to be like the make or break of if they make a Justice League 2, audiences we want more, or is this going to just tell his whole story of what he wanted to get out?
So here's what I think. I don't think it's he's gonna release a half finished story and say, "You guys want more?" Is that you guys okay with that?
That's not really his thing.
He's gonna put out the whole goddamn thing, whether WB likes it or not.
Oh yeah.
And when the fans react and they absolutely love it, they're gonna be like, "Okay, Zack Snyder, you're officially Kevin Feige. Have fun with the DCEU.
Here's your toys.
There you go. Give you all our action figures, and you can play with them now." And I think he's just going to keep building it from there. I
hope so, because not a lot of people agreed. Not a lot of people like Man of Steel or Batman v Superman. I liked his dark approach because, yes, you can have funny moments with Flash and Aquaman and Shazam and Green Lantern. They all are essentially the lighthearted side of DC. But DC is a lot darker than Marvel.
Yeah, here's the thing.
You can't switch that in one movie.
Right, exactly. Here's the thing about Marvel or not Marvel. DC and Star Wars are very similar in that way. They're at their best when they're super dark.
Mm-hmm.
So I think while a lot of the fans, the hardcore DC fans, that's why they love those movies, because they're dark.
They're cynical and they're kind of morbid, and
obviously a lot of people didn't like Superman snapping
Zod's neck.
It's a small detail. It made sense for he was sacrificing, giving up what he stood for to save a family. That's
right. I thought it was a good idea.
I thought it was fine. I had no problem with it.
And with the Save Martha thing, it's like the same thing with the prequels. Like the concept and the idea around it is good, but the dialogue just sucks.
I was about to say I do want to talk about that a little bit. The whole Martha scene.
It was supposed to be like, oh, like because he's
human too.
Right.
That was the whole idea behind
Batman's
it.
kind of going through this like alcoholic dad stage, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Because he's lost Robin, and that's why we see him using guns and killing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's kind of lost his way. And so in that moment, he's kind of like, oh, he's human too. He really is just a good guy.
He's just doing his best.
He's doing his best.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Superman is, the whole concept of, I mean, we even saw in Josh Whedon's version, is he's the beacon of hope.
Yeah.
Physically and spiritually.
Yeah.
And that's why secretly Batman wants him too. You know what I'm saying? Obviously he wants him to kick Steppenwolf's ass.
Steppenwolf.
Just let me do it. Let the comments.
I was about to say I'll let you guys rip into him. Go ahead.
But obviously he wants him to defeat him, and you know what follows.
Just call him Stephen Wolf.
So so Steve.
Oh, God.
Steve with his big ass fucking hammerhead antlers.
Dude, he looks amazing now.
He looks great. He looks better than that piece of shit in 2017.
He just looked like an old dude with a lot of makeup on in the Joss Whedon version, but now he looks like an alien that'll tear you in half and not even bat an eye.
And it just always stuck with me, but he looks like a PlayStation villain in the Josh Whedon one. What was I getting into? Yeah, so that was all the significance, and I like how they're doing the callbacks to. Sorry, it's not my drink was not selling right, and they're doing the callbacks to
he just
Batman.
orgasmed.
All the callbacks to Batman v Superman. I want to go back to the Steppenwolf design a bit because it is badass. Like, I just didn't get why they would, when they hinted at him in Batman v Superman, and I was uncomfortable for like a split second because that's how menacing he looked. That's how scary he looked.
Yeah.
And then they make him look like some garbage shithole. And but I'm glad that they fixed it. I know they've added some more subtle details to him, and it's rated R too. So we're gonna see him just like mow down people.
Oh yeah, 100%. So. I think why the design looks so bad is because they had already like finished that base layer that we got, and they were like, "Here, Joss, here's the budget. Do whatever." And he goes, "Yeah, okay. Okay, looks great, guys."
Yeah,
just pocketed the money for himself, and he was like, "Yep, you know what? Just leave
it. You guys do it.
I'm gonna use this to go make. I'm gonna spend all this money on Batgirl or whatever the hell he's
right."
Now.
He's like, shit. Babe, I forgot to make the design of Steppenwolf. Can you get the kids to make something for me?
He was in the theater. He was like, somebody's going to be fired. Oh, I'm going to get fired. Shit.
Oh, shit, that's me. Who's directing this shit? Oh. I think he was like just doing what he wants because he was like, all the credits going to Zach. And so when it said Josh Whedon on the front, he was like, oh, shit.
He's like, fuck, they put my name on it?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I'm screwed. Yeah, but it's, spoiler alert for this part, if you weren't aware. I mean, obviously, it's in the first one, too. We're gonna see Steffen, this is gonna be Steppen. Oh, my God. We're gonna see him come down, retrieve the mother boxes, because the whole concept is he's not on Darkseid's good side, no pun intended. There's no good side when you're on the dark side. And to prove to him, so he can be back on his side, he's going to retrieve the mother boxes for him. And it fails. I think we're going to see him just get beheaded and sent back to Darkseid. And then Darkseid's like, you know what? Why not do this shit?
I'll go take care of this shit. I should have gone there in the first place.
I'll be right back. And then he goes in and shit gets real. And then I think that's when the nightmare sequence comes to life.
I was about to say, what if he like actually comes down to Earth in this and just fucks them all up?
Well, if you see in the trailer, when you look closer, when they show Darkseid, the background is so like like a dystopia. And I mean, yes, Apocalypse is kind of like this hellish hole, but like it looked like they just broke in somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So maybe that's Earth. I feel like that's Earth in the nightmare sequence is when we just saw Darkseid in the trailer.
Okay.
And God, that ending shot with Jared Leto's Joker.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And he was in the.
Sexy. He was still in the SWAT uniform.
He was in the uniform, and it's supposed to be the badges of all the GCPD officers he's killed.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
No, that you didn't, because you only saw him go like that. You didn't see like the front part.
Gotcha.
But that's what was explained.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people too, like we can see a lot of cameos. I know we're gonna see an Adam cameo. I don't think it's gonna be obviously Adam shrinking down, suiting up. I think it's gonna be him working at Star Labs with Cyborg's father, trying to figure out what's going on with the mother box, and and then it'll allude obviously to the future of Adam.
Right.
Which I'd be interested in seeing. It'd definitely be like a Doctor Strange kind of movie, kind of like an acid trip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Going into the subtonic universe.
I mean, it'd be more like Ant-Man, but.
Well, Adam shrinks smaller than Ant-Man actually.
How the hell is that possible?
Because it's an atom. He's the atom.
Yeah, Ant-Man shrunk down smaller than an atom in the movie.
Atom.
No,
it's different. It's different concepts of shrinking.
All right.
Why don't you back off, fucko?
Okay.
The thing is, which is confusing, is they are making a Flashpoint movie, and I think it's gonna tie into this. That's what I was talking to you about before this. In the comics, originally, Flashpoint happens because he wants to go back in time to prevent his mother from being killed.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, it could be like, oh shit, Darkseid won. There's only one way to stop him, and that's going back in time and getting a warning so we can be prepared. So I feel like Flashpoint is him going back in time, but he's new to this, so it's like
so he just fucks everything up.
He's rusty. So he messes up, and that's where he's in another universe. And then at the end of that, I feel like he figures it out, and then he comes back, and then that's the Flash we see, like, because with the time, Speed Force and time and stuff, it's so complicated. So it could look like he just went in and out, and that's like, and everything's better.
Right.
But it could have taken years, you know. I feel like that's what we'll see.
And then in Batman vs Superman, the Flash is like, or Batman has a dream about the Flash, and he has like a beard and everything, and all that stuff. So
and that could be it. The nightmare sequence, I am very excited about. Still, it's hard for me to wrap my head around Batman using a gun, but like I'm fine with it. I'm like, it's a new concept. It's something that we haven't seen before, out of our comfort zone, and I'm fine trying new stuff. I mean, we watched WandaVision,
Yeah, for me, like, DC is more about... So, like, with Star Wars and Marvel, if they, like, completely ruin a character for me, I'm going to be pissed off. With DC, I have, like, an appreciation for those movies because, it's still really popular. It still holds people's love. But, if they, like, ruin a character by giving him a gun or snapping a bad guy's neck... It's not going to bother me. As long as it's entertaining.
I just don't want... I'm fine if he uses a gun. I just don't want to see when, everyone's fighting parademons and they're using their abilities. I just don't want to see him.
You don't want to see him standing on a ledge shooting at them.
Right, because he's Batman.
He's a badass.
He literally dodged Darkseid's Omega beams, which are like
impossible.
It's almost impossible. There is something I'll say, spoiler alert, again, this is a big one, if you're not ready for this, but it was in leaked merchandise, was Green Lantern, and obviously when I heard the news, tears.
He jizzed himself.
Very, very happy about that.
He calls them tears, but they're white and sticky, don't let him fool you.
I'm very, God. I know Zach was talking. They were like, because they were trying to figure out who's going to play Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, is it the guy that was originally casted for him? Because there was a gentleman that was going to play Hal Jordan in it,
Right.
and he said, no, it's not him. It's someone else, but it is the Green Lantern. So it's not going to be, in the flashback some random alien, or it's going to be
Right, it'll be a dude
Kilowog
fighting
or
alongside
Tomar.
him.
It could be like Kilowog and Tomar could show up, but it's going to be Hal Jordan. Most likely. I would like to see John Stewart, but most likely it's going to be Hal Jordan.
I think
John Stewart will come later.
I was about to say, I think they'll introduce Hal Jordan just because that's what most
He's like the
younger
original.
fans are. Yeah, well, that's just like who most people are more familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on down the line, we'll see John Stewart for sure, played by hopefully Idris Elba.
Yeah, but he's already in DC. Kind of seals the deal.
Wait, who's he playing in DC?
He's in the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that and being like, oh, that sucks.
But
oh yeah, John Boyega.
Bro.
Oh god. What do you think about that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
Dude,
that would be so great. Well, the original, when they were talking, I mean, obviously everything in DC is unpredictable right now because organized plans shift and out sideways.
I think we're literally just waiting to see how the Justice League turns out, to see where the future's going.
Right, but beforehand, like when they were structured, the rumor was it's going to be, the Green Lantern Corps movie is going to be John Stewart and Hal Jordan. It's going to be a buddy cop movie where John Stewart's younger and Hal Jordan's older. Usually it was like kind of flipped.
Right, yeah.
John Stewart's more mature and wise, and Hal Jordan's like the arrogant, cocky test pilot.
Yeah, and John Stewart's more like technical and stuff.
But if they do that, I would like to see John Boyega. That's pretty fucking awesome.
John Boyega will be perfect in that
Please consider it. If you're done with Disney, come join Warner Bros.
I know. It's like, well, Disney treated me like shit. Zach, you got anything for me?
Yeah, pull a James Gunn.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Honestly, there's also another not cameo, but character stepping into that's part of the original Justice League lineup. Spoiler again, Martian Manhunter. He is. They said he was the general in Man of Steel. That's Martian Manhunter.
Okay.
And I think we actually. I feel like he's there under our noses because his ability is the shapeshift. So who knows? Maybe we've already seen him. My suggestion is it's either Lois. In some point of the movie, we see him disguised as Lois or his Clark's mom.
Why?
Trying to investigate because he's an investigator. He's
trying
to investigate what's going
on.
Definitely we could see that. The question is, I love Green Lantern and I'm so glad he's in there. But when is he showing up? Because I feel like he can't. I would love to see because in my mind, Green Lantern's like the OG, like he's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be cool to see like them losing and be like, how are we gonna do this? And then like Green Lantern and be like, but that's kind of Superman's thing. Superman's the hallway scene of DC.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like Green Lantern's morals are a little more shaky than Superman's. They're not bad, but like Superman, like
he's just the police. Yeah,
he doesn't like to kill people.
Yeah.
So I feel like
parademons are fine, but
I feel like if Green Lantern were to have his hallway scene, he would just go in there and just beat the shit out of everybody.
Oh my god, yeah. I would like to see. I can't wait to see Kyle Rayner. And he's a Green Lantern. He comes. He's introduced like in the 80s. He's like when Hal Jordan becomes evil, and all that. He's like an artist. That's what I think is so cool about him is he's an artist. And the whole thing about the ring is you see with your mind, what the willpower you can create.
So he's just
and so
creative.
He could have some creative idea. That would be cool to see on screen. And he also eventually becomes a White Lantern.
You know what I love about the idea of Green Lantern?
What's that?
There's like, they all have the same power, but their personalities are so different that their powers are different.
Well, that's why a lot of the Green Lanterns
so intriguing to me.
in the comics they change colors.
Right. Yeah.
Like Hal Jordan has been in the Sinestro Corps before. Mm-hmm. Kyle Rayner, a White Lantern. Guy Gardner has been a Red Lantern, which suits him because he's the ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Green Lantern. So I can't wait to see that. I will literally sit there for 4 hours without blinking until I see him.
I was about to say, if he releases like a full 4-hour movie, I'm watching it all the way through.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna like take a pause and.
When we were talking in that group chat with our friends, I think one of our buddies said that you just gotta take breaks with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. If it's there and I know it's there, it's gonna eat me alive. I gotta sit there and watch it.
I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Okay.
I get off work at 12:30 every day, so I have plenty of time to watch.
It is March 16th and it's on a Thursday, so I have off of work and school. So.
I could have sworn it was the 18th.
The 18th? I think it's either the 16th or the 18th. It's one of those. It's on a Thursday and it's on that week.
I hope it's the 16th, or I hope it's a Thursday because I get off super early on Thursdays, and we can come and do this after.
Yeah, if
you see it by then.
Oh, I'll definitely as soon as it comes out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything you want to add to that?
Holy shit, we're past an hour. You were right, dude.
Yeah, I know.
We
had a lot to talk about today.
Man, it's not the only thing I go past an hour with.
Crying.
Yeah.
Just crying. He's a very emotional guy.
Crying in the shower. How was your Valentine's Day?
Thanks, man. Moving on.
You know what I did on Valentine's Day?
What did you do?
I worked all day. I worked 12 hours. I forgot to clock in.
I only worked 6.
Oh.
My Valentine's break. No, Sunday was... No, that was Monday. I worked Monday during the... If you live in Florida, in, St. Augustine area, I worked during the really bad storm.
Oh, yeah.
And my boss is texting me like, hey, by the way, just so you know, if it gets worse, we're probably going to have to shelter people. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, how do you tell a bunch of sweaty, like, grumpy people, working out, hey, come into this enclosed space with
exactly.
us. What if they say no, too? I can't just be like...
Exactly, you can't force them to.
Right.
You're going to see old dudes flying around in a tornado.
Right. The hail. I was not expecting hail.
I didn't even notice the hail. A lot of people were telling me that there was hail, but I
it was funny how it played out. It was almost like a movie, because we had the TVs on. It was on the news. Mm-hmm. And it was recordings of people looking at hail, and they were like, whoa, like, this is crazy. And then I looked out the window and I saw hail and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And then I looked over at the front door of the place and the hail was like beating at the door and I was like, that's crazy.
Damn. That's like a movie scene where like the channel at the bar is conveniently on exactly what the person needs to see.
Right. And then it hits immediately to like
exactly
in their perception. Yeah, that was interesting. Highlight of my week.
Oh yeah.
Anything else you wanna add before we conclude?
Kevin Feige cast me as Ben Reilly.
Interesting.
Nothing else. Yeah.
All right.
Cast me.
Watch Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, I got to do that.
And love Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well.
I hope you guys enjoyed this hour-long nerd talk. We literally only talked about WandaVision and DC, and
then we stretched it to an hour. We always talk about WandaVision now.
Yeah.
Given. What are we gonna do when WandaVision's gone?
We'll talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Did you see that weather? Whoa.
Yeah, dude. Wow, dude.
That's crazy.
Well, no, Falcon and Winter Soldier will be out. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time.
Have a nerdy day. Goodbye, beautiful people.